This Mexican scientist claimed we lived in a holographic matrix where we could dynamically interact with the construction of reality. After saying this, he vanished. Jacobo Grinberg Zilberbum, born on December 12, 1946, in Mexico City, was not your average scientist. From a young age, after losing his mother to a brain tumor, he was driven to explore the mysteries of the human mind. His journey took him from traditional psychology to the fringes of science, where he tried to prove that there's more to our reality than what meets the eye. Grinberg's fascination with the brain started early. He studied psychology at National Autonomous University of Mexico, UNAM, and later got a PhD in psychophysiology from New York University. His education was all about understanding how the brain works, but his curiosity didn't stop there. Back in Mexico, Grinberg set up labs where he could dive deep into his research. He wasn't just interested in how neurons fire, he wanted to know how these firings could connect us in ways science hasn't yet explained. He came up with the idea of Sintérgica, suggesting our brains might interact with an energy field, allowing for things like telepathy. Grinberg didn't shy away from what many scientists would call woo-woo stuff. He studied shamans, psychic healers, and even tried to measure if he could jump from one brain to another without any physical contact. His experiments with pairs of people aimed to show that if one person felt something, the other might too, even if they were far apart. His big idea, Sintérgica, was about how our brains might tap into a bigger energy field, changing how we see reality. Grinberg thought that our perception of the world isn't just about what our eyes see or our ears hear, it's about how our minds interact with this energy field, creating what we experience as reality. In 1994, Grinberg vanished. No one knows for sure what happened. Some say he got too close to secrets that big powers didn't want revealed. Others believe he might have slipped into another dimension or reality. Given his research into altered states of consciousness, his disappearance only added to his legend. Today, people still talk about him, especially on platforms like X, where users share theories and wonder about his fate. His work, although not mainstream, has inspired others to look beyond traditional science for answers about consciousness and reality. Jacobo Grinberg's life was a bridge between the known and the unknown. He dared to ask if there was more to us than just flesh and blood, if our minds could reach beyond what we see. His story isn't just about a scientist who might have found too much. It's about the human quest to understand where science ends and the supernatural begins. Maybe one day, someone will pick up where Grinberg left off, or maybe, just maybe, he's out there somewhere, still exploring the mysteries of the universe.